it's a neat feature.
Yeah, and we also use the forums as well, where customers can ask questions, and we're very responsive on that as well. So that's kind of another channel of customer support that we handle.
We traditionally focused on trying to make problems go away rather than give people solutions through a knowledge base or whatever. Obviously, that isn't scaling well anymore, 3,200 tickets a month, but it worked well for us for a really long time, right? It is part of what helped us grow so quickly. So at this point, we are transitioning into more self-help opportunities. We have a doc site, but it's not through Zendesk. It's a Ruby app that we built ourselves because it's developers building things for developers. And so it's not tied into Zendesk. You start typing in a ticket. It's not going in and looking at that content and suggesting things to you. So we will most likely be moving our content over to the Zendesk knowledge base so that we can start using that feature. Or we'll come up with some customization to start pulling the docs out of that. Either way, the end goal, right, is to get that sort of thing where you start typing, it's keyword rich in your subject line, and you start pulling out knowledge base content. We're going to be spinning up forums and communities as well. We definitely need to increase the amount of one-to-many support that we're doing. We also, we've spun up some customization to start, we use CloudSet. I don't know how many of you are familiar with that, but it's, you can create some conditional workflows for custom fields and that sort of thing. So when a customer creates a ticket, they pick a couple of fields to tell us about the issue that they're having so that we can, A, route that to the right person and make sure they're getting an expert on that ticket right away. For higher severity issues, we can bump that up in priority so that if somebody tells us, hey, we just installed your New Relic agent, now our web application is crashing, we can go after that right away. Make sure that that really terrible customer experience gets the top priority service. We can also start sending out emails based on the type of issue that you're getting. While you're waiting for a human being to get back to you, here's some knowledge base articles you might check out. So we've got a long way to go, obviously, but there's a definite need for it, and we're marching in that direction very rapidly.
And you'll be very happy to know that we have a topics and forums import endpoint now. So whenever you're ready to move those docs over,
okay,
man, got you.
Good.
Got to plug it in just a little bit. So, I wanted to ask you guys again. You guys are just like going down my question list, so I appreciate that. Thank you for the thoroughness of your answers. But what other systems are you using alongside Zendesk, and what benefits do they offer you? I know you mentioned Badgeville and some other things. So just yeah, and is there anything unique, other unique things that you might do inside of your Zendesk?
We're very transparent. We want our customer satisfaction is our #1 goal. We're extremely transparent to the point of that Zendesk feature where you have the last 100 whatevers, well, they're the little Buddha guys. We changed it to be pandas. They're really cute little pandas. There's a reason, but not worth getting into. But they're pandas, and there's a happy panda and there's a sad panda. And the happy pandas are green, the sad pandas are red. So it would be not the pandas themselves, the background. But anyway, so when you have the little panda, we have the last 100 on our website. You go to engineer.com/support/pandas. You'll see it. Everyone is live, and we have live customer quotes. Well, not live, but there are customer quotes from the last week about our support. And we want our customers to know we want non-customers to know that we take pride in our customer support. We take pride in all this. We usually have around, our average monthly is 99% satisfaction. We do not joke around about keeping our customers happy. So we use that to a crazy extent, which is kind of neat. But we also, like I said earlier, we have a VNOC, which is all the data that comes in from Zendesk, all the triage tickets, and it also incorporates our product, any outages on any of our platforms, any serious tweets. We have this dashboard called the VNOC, which we also expose to our customers in detail, so our customers can see what's going on. And this VNOC is essentially pulling all the stuff in live, so our triage team, when they're what we call Yardi. They're triaging all the stuff. They see all the stuff coming in. They're on the phones. They see everything, which is it's an internal tool we built using Zendesk information. Customer facing, we have Badgeville, as I explained earlier. We also built in a PagerDuty integration because there is something to be said about when your customers have an outage and you send them an email via ticket saying, urgent ticket, you have an outage. That's awesome, but if they're asleep, they don't know that. So we did PagerDuty so we can set parameters around it saying, hey, there's an urgent ticket filed by engineering staff, meaning you should probably know about this. They set their call rules, they get an SMS message or a phone call, and they're awake. They know that there's a problem. So we integrated them for the point of email sometimes isn't enough. And then we actually had that blocked to just be Zendesk because when we integrated with all of our premium support customers, we wanted to make sure we could roll it out sanely. We just opened it up where every PagerDuty feature is now available to all of our customers so they can get anything they want, their custom apps, whatever they want. So that was a really neat one for us in our proactive support help. Other integrations we do, a lot of the integrations we do are actually internal, like I said, SSO. So all of our internal applications talk to it. We have mailers that go out, so because we host also on Amazon, if an Amazon notification comes in about retiring a instance, then it will say, it'll fire off a ticket to be proactively opened by our API that opens a ticket for the customer, telling the customer, hey, your instance is scheduled for retirement or whatever. But we have 3 different kinds of mailers that come into our system that open proactive tickets for the customer via API from our external systems into our internal systems, sending out automatic tickets for our customers. We've built internal tools that for any kind of outage, not that it happens so much, but if there's any kind of issue, GitHub goes down, something happens, we can, it's called So Sorry, and it basically, you type in what happened, and it will proactively open all of the tickets under the main Zendesk user accounts, fire them off, and our customer experience team is no longer opening 100 manual tickets. They're just typing the stuff in, opens the tickets, and it goes. So our proactive internal tooling is helping the customers get notified faster, which is making them much happier. So we have a lot of integrations, most of them internal, outside of the Badgeville, which is clearly customer facing, and the PagerDuty one. Our integrations are basically just to keep our sanity, to keep us on top of everything, so we are proactive as much as we can be. We never want our customers telling us, this happened and you didn't tell me first. When that happens, it's a problem. And a side note thing that's not really integration, but it's a process, is because of the sad pandas, we have post-mortem reviews every week. Every Thursday we go over every ticket that has a sad panda. Any negative review, we go over as a team, as an executive team, we sit down and we say, what happened? How do we prevent it from ever happening again? We tell the customer we're post-morteming this. We go back, we tell the customer what we came out of it, how we fix it, how we never intend for it to happen again, and we move forward. All transparent with the customer. We see a sad negative thing, we want to make sure we know why, so we don't see that sad negative thing ever again. So it's a process thing, but it's not really an integration, but it's a very big focal point. If you're a customer of ours and you ever happen to experience that, then you'll have this post-mortem discussion where we say, we're so sorry, how can we help you? Let's fix this. Let's never let this happen again. And that's all just based on automatic tags and situations within Zendesk that allow us to know what's going on with our customers more proactively than not.
So for us, one of the kind of simpler integrations is just around us feeding any potential source of tickets. I mentioned this before, but like comments on the blog via Discuss or Twitter messages right into Zendesk so that tickets get created. We also log phone calls, so we open a new ticket for those. And our email goes straight into creating a ticket. Like if you send an email to support at PagerDuty, it automatically creates a ticket and emails the customer back. The other kind of source of integration is the PagerDuty application itself, where we integrate a Zendesk into it such that when you click the support button, it pops up a window with a bunch of kind of support articles that are there relevant to what you're looking at. Another integration, actually I think we plugged Olark into Zendesk for a while there. and we actually unplugged it. So this is something that we actually talked to the support guys at Heroku, and they mentioned that having a live chat right in the application actually makes customers lazier, as in they're not going to read anything. They're going to be like, oh, let me just chat someone up because they'll answer my question right away. So, you know.
I'm sorry, I got to interrupt you, man. You can't say the H word in here.
Oh.
Jamie's having an allergic reaction.
I knows it.
Go ahead.
But yeah, that's so that's kind of why we took that away, is because you know, customers would take the easy way out and just, you know, start a chat with a live human instead of kind of doing the self-service process, which is what we're pushing for. And then the other kind of a bigger integration that we have is we wrote this internal tool, which actually it's internal to PagerDuty only, which slurps in the tickets every week. Only the closed tickets, and then the support team actually goes through each one of those and categorizes them. I believe the buckets that we use are bug, a billing issue, what were the other ones? So bug, billing issue, feature request, and there's probably one other that I'm forgetting.
Help.
What is it?
Help.
And help.
Yeah.
So like they just couldn't figure something out. And
How are you categorizing those? Are you doing that through views, or are you doing it via search, or how are you pulling those tickets in?
oh, so the tickets we pull in via the API.
Okay.
Yeah. So every week we kind of pull in the tickets for the last week.
Okay.
Yeah, and then the tool itself lets you categorize, but it also links the ticket to the account, so we know which account, which PagerDuty account was it that filed the ticket. And sometimes there is no account, because sometimes people just email support with a question and stuff like that. But most of the time there is. And then for the feature requests, we actually go deeper than that, and we actually figure out which feature requests. We have like a giant list of feature requests, because a lot of customers, you know, want new features out of PagerDuty. So we actually kind of classify it, and we kind of normalize it so that it's very simple to see, oh, you know, this customer needs on-call schedule notifications, and this other customer needs like severities inside PagerDuty, and so on. And we kind of group them together, broadly speaking. And then that's great. That's really great, because when we launch a new feature, we actually go back into our tool and we see, oh, this list of 40 customers or 100 customers or whatever it is wanted this feature. Well, we have all of their email addresses there. We just do an export, drop it into MailChimp, and just send them an email to everyone saying, hey, we launched this feature. So that they kind of know about it and start using it. And it's great for potential customers that didn't sign up, because now they know, oh, you know, there's a good chance we can bring them back as a customer. When they didn't sign up, they were just on the free trial and they were missing something that they needed. So yeah, those are the integrations that we use.
Thank you.
So we also used Olark and then stopped using Olark.
By the way, we still use Olark on our marketing page. That's just PagerDuty.com, where you're looking at the pricing plans and what the product does, because we use it more from a sales viewpoint. Like someone who's not a customer can talk to. It also goes to customer support, but it doesn't get filed as a ticket.
That's exactly how we use it too. We use it only on our sales page.
Okay. Yeah, we stopped using it entirely. It was, we could support so many more customers at a time through tickets than we could through chat. So we're putting our energy into that. Because we've been growing really fast, we've been using Harvest to try to figure out exactly how much time it takes in terms of minutes or hours to resolve a ticket. You know, the out-of-the-box experience you get, you can see how long a ticket's been open, from open to closed, but you don't get a lot of information about exactly how much effort goes into resolving that. And then we can use that with that information we're collecting during ticket creation to understand what types of issues might take longer to resolve, which ones we can resolve quickly, and build in some improvements there. We have used Jira integration before. We also shut that off because it tends to overwrite things in Jira a lot if you're trying to attach Zendesk tickets into the Jira story. We use HipChat integration a lot to call out very important tickets, or if you have something that's been languishing for a while, it'll go out and publicly shame the person it's assigned to, so they'll go in and work on it. A lot of internal integration, like you said, you know, our our SSO. We've got links into our own customer database so our support agents can quickly get into very specific areas of our customers' accounts that they need to see.
Do you guys do any sort of, so you had both a free product and a paid product, do you do any sort of a differentiation on the tickets depending on who the customer is?